Hey folks, how y'all doing tonight? I got a little something different here that I'm going to be showing off. It is a 1911, but it is a Colt Combat Commander chambered in 9mm. I bought this gun a couple weeks ago. It came into my FFL, and I thought, I've got a grandson. He's 5 years old. And I thought, I want to leave my grandson something to remember me by. So what I did is I took this gun and built it up a little bit. I took the barrel slide and frame, and pretty much everything else has gone by the wayside. I gutted it, replaced all the internals. I will replace the beaver tail and the mainspring housing. I've replaced the grips, the trigger. I checkered the front strap. I don't know if you can see it. I checkered the front strap, and it's not coming out real good on camera. Put a gold bead front sight on it, put a ledge style 10-8 performance rear sight on it, and I Cerakoted it black with their Elite Series, and I think it turned out pretty good. I really do. When I was putting the front sight on it, I put a little scratch right there. You can't really see it. Kind of made me mad. I'll probably wind up refinishing it someday, so my grandson won't have to see that when he gets it. But like I said, my grandson's 5 now, and he's not going to be getting this for a while. But when he does finally get it, and when I kick the bucket years from now, hopefully, he'll be able to look at this gun and say, yeah, it's something my papa built for me. So anyway, let's go over this gun and talk about it. It is the Combat Commander. So it's a steel frame, steel slide, has a stainless barrel. It comes from the factory with white dot, no back sights. It comes with a long trigger. It comes with some VZ style cherry colored grips. And it comes with one 9-round magazine. One 9-round magazine. Come on, you pay $900 for a Colt, you expect to at least get more than one magazine. But anyway, that's what it comes with. I will be honest, when I got the gun, this is probably, listen, I'm a Colt guy. Always have been, probably always will be. But I was a little disappointed when I got this gun. This was the worst fit gun I've ever gotten from Colt. The barrel didn't lock up good. It had play in the barrel hood. The slide to frame fit was horrible. The extractor fit was not good. However, when I took it to the range and I shot it, oh my goodness, this thing shot lights out. At the first time I shot it at 15 yards, and I was making clover leaves with it at 15 yards, and I was like, well, it's not fit well, but it shoots good. So then I took it out to the range, and I'll roll in some footage here, and the thing shoots great. I mean, it really does. One thing that Colt has always been fairly good at for production guns is their barrel fit. Yeah, the link rides on the slide stop, but usually the barrel is fit fairly well. It's not a custom fit. Don't get me wrong there. It's not a custom fit, but it's fit fairly well for a production gun. This one, the barrel was fit terrible, but yet it still shot great. I need to put it on some sandbags at 25 yards and see how it shoots. But the thing shot great. Now, when I shot it on the range, it was in its standard form. I'd put a short trigger on it, and I'd put my EGW thumb safety on it. That's what I do to every single 1911 I have. Short trigger, EGW thumb safety. I've since done a trigger job on it. I've taken it down to 2.5 pounds. And yes, it does have the 80 series parts in it. And yes, it does break nice and clean. So you take the slack out, get ready, ooh, it breaks. Even though you've got the 80 series parts in it, you can still have a good clean break on one of these. You just have to know how to do it. There's plenty of gunsmiths out there that know how to give you a good crisp break on an 80 series gun. And this one at 2.5 pounds breaks nice and clean. There is no mush in the trigger like you find with a lot of 80 series guns. You just got to know how to do it. when I took it out to the range, I shot it in its stock configuration, minus the short trigger and the EGW thumb safety, and that thing shot great. I'm going to roll in some footage here, and then I'll tell you what I think about this gun. All right, what do I think about this Colt Combat Commander chambered in 9mm? I like it. Dude, I'm going to tell you, I'm a Colt guy. I always have been a Colt guy. I always will be a Colt guy. Colt still uses a tooled steel slide stop and a tooled steel hammer. They still do. No other production company that I know of, Springfield, Smith & Wesson, Kimber, Fusion, none of them still use a milled slide stop and a milled hammer. They're all injection molded. That means a lot. I mean, it really does. These are the two highest impact parts on the gun. That's probably the highest impact part. That's probably the second highest impact part. And they still use tooled steel components. That's a good thing. I will say, like I said, this was the worst fit Colt that I've ever had. When I took the sear out, they're not using the same sears they used to use. I used to take factory Colt sears, even though they were injection molded, and I could do trigger jobs on them. They were very good injection molded parts. Not so much on the latest ones. They're just not up to snuff. And, you know, I bought a 70 series government model a couple of years ago. It wasn't like this. This one was just made recently, and, well, actually since CZ took over, and their sear is not up to snuff. It's not the same sear they used to use, and I don't like it. So I just chunked it and put a cylinder and slide sear in here. But what do I think about the gun as a whole? I love the gun. The gun shoots great. It's a single stack 9mm 1911 in a commander size. My opinion only. I think the commander size 1911 is the perfect size 1911. It's kind of like a Glock 19X. You know, you get the full size capacity and you get the shorter slide and barrel. I think it balances better than a government model. I think the recoil, it helps you get back on target quicker in a commander size 1911. I just like the commander size guns better than any other 1911 single stack platform out there. Does that mean that government size 1911s are no good? Absolutely not. I own a boat ton of them and I love them. But I think the commander size is where it's at if you're going to carry it. I just love these commander guns. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never had a Colt Combat Commander before. And that's hard for me to believe too. I've owned tons of Colts. I've owned tons of 1911s. I've had multiple commander size 1911s, but I've never had a Colt Commander. And like I said, this one will be going to my grandson someday when he's old enough, probably in another 15 years, 10 or 15 years. And he'll be able to look back on it when I'm dead and say, yeah, my papa built that. He checkered the front strap. He did everything to it. So my front strap checkering on this one isn't as good as some of them have turned out to be. I got a little goofy over here on the side, but it still turned out pretty good. But for the most part, I'm pleased with the gun. And you know, those little imperfections, that just shows my lack of ability, I guess you can say. But anyhow, this is my Colt my Colt Combat Commander, chambered in 9mm, which will be my grandson's Colt Commander, chambered in 9mm. And I appreciate y'all watching. If you liked the video, give me a like and please subscribe. Y'all have a good one.